And wouldn't you know it, Rick is live once again. I'll wait a couple seconds here. For some reason, I decided, you know what, I want to learn something about the Pledge of Allegiance. And it kind of started with the crazy Scotsmans out there. President accounted for. Copy that, sir. It is sometimes you think, where did that start? How'd that come about? When did it start? Where did it start? Who did it? So on and so forth. But the Pledge of Allegiance, when I was a kid, every morning in class, we would stand up and sing the Pledge of Allegiance. And they're not doing that anymore, which is kind of unfortunate. I think it takes away the American, I don't know, that so deep down American feeling of being a proud American. So I kind of wanted to get into it and go over it and see where it started from, originated from, and I think it'd be good information especially for some young kids to watch this and to learn kind of how it went. So I will be reading some information from ushistory.org. And this is under ushistory.org/documents/pledge.htm. So I will not be able to read your comments, so I will have to apologize in advance. But before we get started, I think you got a lot of people that are very pro-American, right? And then you have people that are from other countries per se, don't understand our culture, don't understand kind of our freedoms and all that stuff and how it all started. But the Pledge of Allegiance was something that as kids, at least us older folk, this was something we did every morning before we started class, the national anthem before any game. These were things that were bred into us, and we loved hearing the national anthem before some type of sports event. Whatever the case was, that's just how you started off a good gathering of people watching whatever event it was. So with the Pledge of Allegiance was written in 1892 in August by a socialist minister, Frances Bellamy. And she passed away in 1931, so she was born in 1855. But it was originally published in the Youth Companion on September 8th, 1892. Now, Bellamy had hoped that the pledge would be used by citizens in any country. So it was very short at the time. It wasn't as much as it has evolved to as what we say and how we do it now. But in its original form, it read, and I'll just take my hat off, but anytime you're saying the Pledge of Allegiance, and this isn't even really the Pledge of Allegiance as it is today, but we always honor, we always respect the flag, and we cross our right hand. And then I'm not in a uniform, and if I was, I'd be saluting per se, but I'd have my right hand over my heart and my hat. Now I got plenty of flags. You can see the one behind me. You can see the one in front of me. Well, you can't see the one in front of me, and then I have another one over there. But for the most part, I am a very American oriented kind of guy. I'm very proud to be an American. So let's read this thing. So it originally started this way, and this is how Frances had written it. It said, "I pledge allegiance to my flag and the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all." And that was it. That was the whole thing right there. But in 1923, the words, "the flag of the United States of America," was added. And at this time it read, "I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all." Now that sounds pretty close, but there's a few things that have been added since. In 1954, in response to the communist threats of the times, President Eisenhower encouraged Congress to add the words "under God," and that created a 31 pledge that we say today. And Bellamy's daughter, because the Bellamy had passed away by that time, obviously in 1954. She had objected to the alteration, but today it reads this. It says, "I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all." And that's probably how every one of us have ever heard of it. And I thought it was pretty interesting. And there's a couple other items I'd like to go over. I'll flip back over to you guys. You might have some comments or whatever the case is. Keith Gregory, the crazy Scotsman. It is sad. I remember when I first arrived here, they were still saying in schools. Yeah, I don't know for the reason. I believe the word is God, the reason why they got rid of it in the schools. And that is very unfortunate. We seem to be going down a path of, let's see, I'd call it the wrong path. But there's a section in here that's kind of interesting because it talks about communist, right? So our favorite Russia collusion friends. So let's get into it, and then you'll kind of see what I'm talking about here in a second. So in section 4 of the flag code states, the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, and you read through it as it normally states, should be rendered by standing at attention facing the flag with the right hand over your heart, like we were doing. When not in uniform, men should remove any non-religious headdress, like your ball cap, with their right hand and hold it at their left shoulder. The hand being over the heart. Person in uniform should remain silent, face the flag, and render the military salute. Okay, this is where it gets kind of interesting. So the original Bellamy salute, first described in 1892 by Francis Bellamy, who authored the original pledge that we talked about earlier, begin with the military salute. So they begin with the military salute, and after reciting the words "to the flag," the arm was extended towards the flag. And this is the interesting part, and they got rid of it. At a signal of the principal, the pupils in ordered ranks, hands to the side, face the flag. Another signal is given. Every pupil gives the flag the military salute. So every pupil. Right hand lifted, palm downward to the line of the forehead. So you were basically saluting like you normally would. So everything there is kind of what you would see in a military, someone that's dressed military. They would be saluting the flag. And I pledge allegiance to my flag of the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At the words "to my flag," the right hand, this is where it gets weird, the right hand is extended gracefully up. Like, I don't know if you can see it in camera, palm upward. So I don't know if it's like this or like that, toward the flag, and remains in this gesture until the end of the affirmation, whereupon the hands immediately drop to the side. Then you'd bring it back. But the crazy part. So shortly after the pledge was begun, shortly thereafter, the pledge was begun with the right hand over the heart, and after reciting "to the flag," the arm was extended toward the flag, palm down. Like this. This is where it got interesting. So this had changed in 1892, the Youth Companion, 1892. Now in World War II, the salute was too much resembled with the Nazi salute. So it was changed to keep the right hand over the heart throughout. So that's kind of crazy. So if you were to see any old footage of people being, basically doing the Pledge of Allegiance, you would see kind of something that was a little bit different. You may even throw you off, like, whoa, what happened there? So I thought that was kind of interesting, something to talk about. But with that said, hopefully everybody's having fun. Wayne, what's up? We got Blue Healer 260s out there. Yep, he said he knew it. I even commented probably in 10 minutes or so. He is home and bored. Yes, I am. I am home and bored, and my buddies are working. He will probably go live 10 times. Yes, probably 8 now. But I thought it was pretty interesting. A lot of people, I've said this one time in the last 7 years on my channel, just to kind of give you an idea how much I think the importance of being American and being proud to be an American is when my kids were basically the age of 0 to probably 11. Probably 11. I sing them to bed with the national anthem every night. Every night I was home. I mean, obviously I had to work some nights, but that was kind of my song. And it was kind of funny because years after, there's a lot of good words in the national anthem. There's a lot of meaning in behind it. And if you ever get a chance, they talk about the flag and all the rockets' red glare and all that stuff. And there's a whole big story behind the national anthem of them trying to keep the flag up during when it was nighttime. And well, anyways, just go research it and figure it out. It's a very, very interesting story. And I think there's a lot. I wanted my kids to be very patriotic, very proud to be an American. And in my mind, that was one of the ways that I thought would be good. So with that said, we are at 11 minutes. So that's good. It's nice and short. I appreciate every one of you guys showing up. I'll probably go live again because that's what I do. But I thought it'd be kind of neat for you guys to, and hopefully it's not so much you guys watching right now, but it's maybe some young kid watches this video on the Pledge of Allegiance and learns that, man, they used to do that in school every day. And, maybe want to learn a little bit more about the American heritage, a little more patriotic kind of stuff. So thought it'd be kind of cool. So with that said, I'll read your guys' comments real quick. Firearms 101, how you doing? Hitting Steel, California. Pate. Rick, the last video of the 22 suppressors never would load. What was the outcome? The outcome was the Silencer Co. Actually, I had an issue with it a couple times too, and I had to just drag it forward right before it was doing that, and then it worked all the way through. But to give you the short version of it, the Silencer Co. did actually out suppress, or I guess would be an okay word to say, the Thunder Beast 22 takedown. But it was called the Silencer Co. Switchback. It was a very, very good modular suppressor. So it did beat the 22 or the Thunder Beast 22 takedown. So there you go. There's that answer. Appreciate you guys showing up. Hope you enjoyed maybe you learned something. I don't know. But it was kind of cool. I learned something. So my channel, I learned something, and I'm happy, and you're out of control, Hitting Steel. Knock that off. But I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and it was a lot of fun, and I did learn some stuff, so I thought that was pretty cool. So remember, history, if you do not know it, we will repeat it. So you guys have a great day, and I will see you on the next one. And Hitting Steel, California, I appreciate that very much, and that is not warranted nor needed or all that cool stuff. So, but I will say I like my X-Ring hat. It's very nice. And you guys take care, and I'll see you in probably 10 minutes. Just come up with a new topic, and I'll be right here. I'll keep them short, though, so people don't have to watch a 2-hour chat of us having fun. So I will be back. Thanks again, everyone.